Okay. Let's see here. Forgot to pull that out. Here we go. Okay, refresh just to make sure that we're on. Alright, looks like we're live. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Greetings, Varlets. I am Interrogator Rosario Rivas, attaché to Belady Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and welcome to the Look Cute and Painting Minis. I'm coming at you live from the grim dark future, currently broadcasting at you live from the hive world of Virago. The theme music for the stream is Chords Lament and Hope by the Venerable liturgist Adam Bell, and music from Warhammer 40k Mechanicus composed by Guillaume David and the copyright of Bulwark Studios. Also the music for Warhammer 40k Darktide composed by Jesper Kyd and the copyright of Fat Shark Games. All of the music is provided to us by filmmusic.io. Today we're continuing to paint the Plague Marine. Alright, look at that bad boy. So today, we're continuing to paint with Screaming Bell, which is the paint that we're using for all the little filigree parts, you know, like the pauldrons. We're gonna be doing some edging here and here, his collar, and all the little rivets and whatnot. Okay, and for this task, we're using our 000 Grammy. Make sure the brush is wet. And let's go ahead and shake up the paint. Okay, that looks good enough. And let's make sure the music starts looping. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on these sort of rings here on his pack. Here we go. Just lightly with the flat of the brush to start painting that in. Hi, Cormac. How you doing? Doing good? Yeah, Plague Marines are really cool. And I feel like you might need a little bit of skill to get them. Because they have so much tiny little details on them. that it can get a little overwhelming. So I would make sure to have some really fine brushes for getting to that tiny detail, and maybe even a magnifying glass, like one that you could plop on your head. I have this one here, which I'm wearing. Here. Let me see if I can zoom out a bit. And these are the ones I use in order to be able to see the detail. But I feel like it should be every hobbyist's goal to start painting more and more detailed models. I know I for sure want to get better and better as I paint. But you have Black Legion, you say? What's your army composed of? Like, how many guys do you have? And yeah, Cormac, I know you're new, but I think you're following me on Instagram, right? Yeah, so just in case you haven't watched any of the VODs beforehand, pretty much what we do here is we paint, we listen to some nice tunes, some relaxing tunes, maybe paint together if you're painting. It'd be nice for you to be painting too. Just swap stories or, geek out about the lore or whatever. It's pretty free form. If you have any questions of what I do, please feel free. If you have any questions about me, please feel free. Okay, you said I have like 2 squads of legionaries, a squad of terminators, possessed havocs, and just got some raptors and a demon press. Oh wow, that sounds like quite the extensive haul you have there. How many points is that? And have you used them yet, or you haven't been able to play with them yet? Any particular way you're, I guess, painting your guys? Or is it pretty much black and copper? Or gold, I guess. Okay. You're still in the painting process. Do you have any completed, or are you like trying to do like a badge paint? Oh, neat. So you mean red, right? You don't mean like the white and blue? No, wait, I'm a little confused now. You said world bears. Do you mean world eaters or word bearers? Because I think word bearers, they have the red and gold scheme. Okay, gotcha. Oh, world eaters. Okay. Yeah, I think world eaters and word bearers have a similar color scheme nowadays, because they both use red now. Because I know prior to the prior to the heresy, they had the white and blue. Yeah, the word bearers, I think, have red and silver, or at least a metallic color. And I guess the world eaters have red and gold. Oh, nice. Iron Warriors are my favorite trader legion. I've been able to pull off the black and gold, or should I say black and yellow stripes. Really nice. I like how it looks. And like I said, with the flat of the brush, I was able to get those tubes right there. I even accidentally hit one of the studs, which works out. If you want to make stripes, I've seen some pretty good tutorials on them, mostly on how to make stripes on pants. I'm trying to remember who did it. I want to say it was Duck and Rhodes, but I'm not 100% on that. We pretty much want to line out without just a straight line, and you don't even want to go too dark, too deep. And like, let's say for instance, I was gonna try to do the hazard stripe on this pauldron here. So you want to make sure that you start from the middle line and then work from the middle line outward. And you want to make sure they have that angle. But you also want to make sure that when you're drawing it, it's just like a fine line. You don't do too thick. And once you have all the lines down, then you start to thicken them. But yeah, that's how I've done them. So yeah, I already have a whole Iron Warriors kill team. Specifically, they're heavy intercessors from the Loyalists, but I removed all the Aquillas, and I painted the hazard stripes on them, obviously with the metal color. They came out really cool. I never posted them because they are technically from before I started streaming. And I pretty much want to, at least post the stuff that I've done since streaming. But I do have a sort of Iron Warrior Dreadnought that I plan to paint at some point. It's actually on the pole right now for the next mini that I will paint. I won't pull the pole back up until after I've completed this guy. I wouldn't have agreed with you up until recently, when they previewed the Mechanicum models. They look so good. I want to get those Mechanicum models, and maybe they'll be the ones I use for 30k. Yeah, and they've recently previewed them. Let me see if I can pull up the trailer here. Okay. All right, yeah, there it is. I'm gonna check that out. That's just so awesome. I think that has to be the coolest tank in all of 40k history. And I'm loving the mechs. Look at that gun. Go away. And look at him. Looks so awesome. Yeah, the Terminators, with, what's that armor called? It's not Gravis. The one with the claws, the one that pretty much Horus wears, and a bunch of other Primarchs. But yeah, those armors are really sweet. Yeah, praise the Omnisaya! Alright, back to painting. But yeah, that's pretty much what we do here on this stream. You know, we chat, we paint, we occasionally watch trailers for upcoming models. And do you ever know of any upcoming model videos from other miniature creators? Let me know. I'll definitely pull them up also. But yeah, you have a good week so far? Are there any armies you would like to collect besides the Black Legion? And do you have any plans, or is any particular plans for your Demon Prince? Oh, nice. What units do you have for that one? Oh, nice. I would actually love to have a kill team of Gene Stealers. They're so much fun. I actually bought a book. At least, apparently it's their only book. It's like a Gene Stealer book, but it's told entirely from the Gene Stealer's perspective. As soon as I heard that, I just had to have it. Hopefully one day I get to read it. Okay, very rugged and I guess deserty. Are you planning to make like desert bases for them and stuff like that, or some kind of really harsh terrain? Sweet. I don't blame you. I'm not much of a terrain person either. But I figure if I ever decide to do bases, I'll have to buy a bunch of supplies from like this one 3D printer company called Make It Epic. They have all these like cool little like scenery things for your models. If you check out their Instagram, they have a lot of cool stuff like stone pillars and trees and like fire and all this kind of stuff. Really cool stuff. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, well, all the little ridges you have to paint and all their extra arms and claws and stuff like that. Yeah. Getting into anything, I think, aside from like Space Marines, I feel like you go up a level of difficulty. Okay, we just completed that sort of incense thing in his backpack there. And we got the tubes that go around that sort of gas tank he's got. That's got those horns coming out of it. So we still got quite a bit to go. Yeah, all these little studs, I'm painting them with just the flat of the brush, coming at them from the top and just sort of lightly tapping them in and brushing them on top. So Cormac, what got you into 40K? Okay, you said one of my buddies told me about the books and took me to a game store and I saw the models, and that's the story. And I'm guessing you were immediately drawn to the Chaos Space Marines? Nice. Yeah, the first ones I saw when I first came across Warhammer and liked were the Space Wolves. Those are the first ones I saw, and I was like, oh, they're really cool. Look at them with all the wolf pelts and the wolf helmets and all that stuff. I was immediately impressed. Yeah, I somehow came across a catalog way back when they were still doing that. It might have been a White Dwarf magazine, I don't know. But my dad somehow got a hold of it and gave it to us for us to look at. And that was it. I was sold. Okay, yeah, I saw others like Thousand Suns, Sister of Battle, and literally was going back and forth for 30 minutes to see which ones I wanted. So then I stuck with Black Legion. Yeah, the Sisters of Battle are really cool. I would like to have at least a kill team of them at some point, but usually I leave things for the back burner if I just want them as is. I usually like to put things ahead of the list that I personalize myself, like kitbashing them, or giving them some kind of unique paint scheme or something like that. And so far, I haven't really thought of anything like that for the Sisters of Battle. So right now, they're like just an army that I would like to collect at some point. Thousand Suns I like too. And actually, right now, I'm kind of working on not necessarily Thousand Suns kill team, but I'm working on a Zinch elite, or should I say chapter kill team. You haven't given them a name specifically, but I wanted to use the model of one of the Chaos champions from Age of Sigmar as sort of the leader of this group. And I just bought like a whole box of what would be like 10 Chaos Space Marines. And I plan to kitbash them into looking like that. Not all of them. I think for a kill team, you need either, what is it? 3 or 6 Chaos Space Marines. And I plan to just use 3 for this kill team because I already have what do they call those? A fire team of cultists. So I'm gonna have them with cultists. Gomek said, I have plans to get some Sisters of Battle to try to convert and customize to be Chaos Sisters in either Black Legion or World Eaters. Neat. I feel like Sisters of Battle would work well as sort of Khorne corrupted, because they have such fervor for battle that I feel like they would easily get corrupted if they started to what's it called, value their need for war more than the Emperor. I feel like making them look good is more than just painting them red. You'd have to give them like spiky bits and maybe shave off the fleur-de-lis. Yes, I definitely think you have to be doing some scraping and maybe some green stuff sculpting. Okay, I think I've done all the studs in the back. And now it's time to do the edges of the armor plating, like these here. And make sure I have enough paint on my brush here. It's getting a little chunky. Need to smooth it out a bit. Okay, now where are some of the edges that I need? There's this one right here on his arm. Let me tuck in my arms a bit, just to make sure I have some steadies. Brush work here. Again with the flat of the brush. Slowly brush on top. And as you can see, it does have some studs there, so I had to get to those. So since you're all about the Black Legion, do you plan to get Abaddon the spoiler? Nice. He should be a pretty hefty project to tackle. I've seen some people do sort of the effect where his, at least the inside of his armor is lit up, with like a red glow. Kind of like how you see with Horus on a lot of the imagery of him. Yeah, it looks really nice. I would like to do that at some point. Oh, for sure. I've seen some drawings of a Nurgle sister, and she looks pretty funny. Okay, that's one arm down. Okay, you wrote, speaking of Gene Stealer book, I remember there was a story of how a Gene Stealer cult corrupted a sister and hurt her and turned her. I can't remember what book that's from. Oh, that wouldn't be too hard. Because they really are just human women. And I mean, if they get, what's it called? I guess, infected with the Gene Stealer virus, then yeah, she's gonna wanna propagate, that. So you could very, very much make a Gene Stealer, I guess this is a battle, team or even army. That would be a lot of fun. And there was another story of how a sister was corrupted by chaos and was killed by her sisters and was kept secret. I know this is a story of how a sister of battle turned to Slanesh, so I don't know if that's the same story you're talking about. Because from what I've heard, that one sister of battle is still alive somewhere. Yeah, you'll have to let me know if you find out. Had you read any of the books? Because I actually read at least two, I would say maybe 2.5 of the Sisters of Battle books. I say 2.5 because the third one isn't really a book, it's an audiobook. So I've heard them all. At least I've read them and then I heard the last one. And they're great. I love them. Oh, neat. Was it one of the Horus Heresy books, or was it just a book, a standalone book about them? Were they the main characters, or were they like sort of the antagonists? It was a standalone book where surprisingly the Raven Guard Primarch was like a Daemon Primarch, hunting down the traitor Primarchs. Oh yeah, I've heard that. I've heard Korax does that. Didn't he like hunt down Lorgar? And didn't he like almost kill him, but didn't quite kill him? Also, out of curiosity, are the world side, the Black Legion, your favorite in the lore, or is it just the aesthetics of the army that you like? Ah, okay. Okay, you said the book. Oh wait, no, I already read that one. I can't remember. Got it. So in the lore, then, do you have a one that you prefer more than the Black Legion? Oh yeah, salamanders are great. They're the cuddly fire boys. Oh, really? If you had to pick one between those three, which one would you pick? Nice. Yeah, I can't go wrong with salamanders. It's like I like the Thousand Suns, but I feel like maybe their most interesting characters are just like two of them, which is, you know, their Primarch and Ahriman, I think his name is. But I haven't read any of their books to know for sure. And the Death Guard, as much as I like the Death Guard, you know, I feel like the lore doesn't quite do them like how justice that I would like. And by that I mean, usually followers of Nurgle are described to be these sort of very happy people. And I feel like that doesn't come across all that much in a lot of the books that the Thousand Sons are portrayed. They always seem kind of just out for blood, or, you know, how to kill, or, you know, really just being sadistic and not necessarily being, you know, happy. From what I got from their lore is feel bad for me. I was forced to follow the Chaos Gods. What do you mean? Okay, I think I'm done with the edges of that chest plate there. Now let's see if I can get those studs there in between his arms and the shaft of the axe. okay, Thousand Suns were massacred by the Space Wolves to the point where their Primarch turned to Chaos Gods for help, and the Death Guard just happened to teleport into Nurgle's domain and were tortured to the point they plead their allegiance. Yeah, and I can understand why they wouldn't be that way. I don't know, it's just like whenever I've heard described followers of Nurgle, they always seem to be happy characters. Always happy overall. You know, they all call Nurgle Papa Nurgle, and they love him. You know, want to spread, you know, his bounty to others. So I feel like they kind of, I don't know, don't jive with that. So I was thinking about making my Chaos, I guess Nurgle Space Marines, be more of a happy sort. So I've bought some heads, you know, in order to represent that. Unfortunately, this guy already has like a helmet, so I can't really do it with him. I already like put it together before I thought of the idea. But for the future ones that I make, I definitely want to give them these sort of happy faces. Yeah, I remember that. Alright, I was able to get in there. Now we have the little trim here at the bottom of that crotch flap that I gotta get to. Alright, we got it. So we have his arms, his, I guess, chest piece and crotch area. We got all of his back, at least with the studs and all the, what's this, Screaming Bell colors. We still have to get his legs, and then we can finally move on. I've noticed a few things here and there that I need to go back and hit with Leadblecher, so that'll be my next move. Go back to Leadblecher, start like dabbing in those colors. Get in. So, Cormac, have you played any of the video games of Warhammer? Okay, I think that's it for all the Screaming Bell coloring. Like I said, now I'm gonna go back with the Leadblecher and grab, at least get all those little bits that I missed the first go. Like these little pock marks she's got on his chest here. Hey, Visa! How's it going? Oh, what errands? What did you have to do? Was it for Memorial Day or something? Because I think it's coming up soon, isn't it? Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, here, let me give you the grand tour. Be getting all these little studs and whatnot on his armor. Work going okay? Thanks, Wiser. And hey, check it out. I was kinda waiting for you to show up before I unveiled this, but I am finally going to start working on my Tzeentch Chaos Space Marine kill team. So I started kitbashing Village the Curseling. And ta-da! Thank you. Yeah, I went ahead and chopped off his arm with the flail and added this arm with a plasma pistol, and I gave him the backpack. So once he gets all sprayed up, he should look like all one piece. Hey, Edward! Everybody's showing up now. How you guys doing? How you doing? Yeah, I figured it'd be fun just to show you, like, without the primer. I feel like it would have lost something had I not shown you at least this part. I love this model so much. I was so worried that I was gonna fuck up that arm. I really didn't want to mess it up. But I'm glad you guys like it. I can't wait to get started on him. I'm gonna put him on the list eventually. But he is my leader for my kill team. He's gonna be the aspiring champion. And I just bought this whole box of Chaos Space Marines in order to start working on that. Let me see if I can zoom out long enough. So I just got it. So I plan to start kitbashing these guys into Tzeentch Chaos Space Marines. I still gotta give them a name. Oh yeah? What kind of stories? Oh, just the nostalgia of buying them when I was in high school. Oh wow. You've been collecting that far back, huh? Now for me it's a more recent thing. Within the last few years. Like maybe 2 or 3 years. And Edward, woohoo! I've been playing Total Warhammer Update, and now I'm imagining your kill team just wrecking that entire setting. Yeah, I think, doesn't Village, which is this model right here, come out in Total Warhammer 3? Oh yeah, high school? I was introduced to Warhammer when I was like very, very little. I must have been 8 or 9. But I didn't buy any models until just a few years back. No, because isn't Total Warhammer like Warhammer Fantasy? And I know that in one of the the new armies was a chaos army, and you can choose one of the different chaos champions as one of your champions. If you went like Siege, you can get Village. If you went Nurgle, you got his champion, and one for Slanesh and one for Khorne, each of them respectively. But yeah, Edward, I don't know if you saw, I'll go ahead and give you a zoom in on how far I've gotten today. We did more of the Screaming Bell bronze color. I've been doing all these little studs and whatnot. Right now I'm gonna go right back with the Leadblecher and get all these little pock marks that I missed and some of these scratches. I want to fill in these scratches with Leadblecher just so I really stand out more. Okay, here we go. I believe so. Still not as up to the law. Okay, I read that one. The next one is, yeah, it is. Just haven't played much from the Chaos side. I would definitely be playing Chaos side. I would like to play Village. And thank you. Yeah, very happy with them so far. Though I've noticed that there's some kind of like tubes here that would probably be like fleshy tubes. And unfortunately, I don't have my fleshy colors on hand. So that might have to wait until maybe next week. But at the very least, let me get some Leadblecher and we can start hitting those little pock marks. Edward, how's your week been? Vaza was just telling me about his, how he's been pretty busy with get some preparation for Memorial Day next week. Incredibly busy too. It was our last week of classes and finals. I have piles of grading to do, but there's also Hades too, so I keep getting distracted. I didn't realize you gave classes. What do you teach? Or what do you grade it? Because I don't know, you might be a TA or an assistant teacher, which is the same thing. Never mind. Oh, yeah. Everybody's favorite. But yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on Hades 2. But I'm waiting until it's complete. I don't want to play any of this, like, early access stuff. I want the full game. I love Hades 1. It's in the blood. Oh, it's in the blood. Okay, I'm a real for pretty much anything Supergiant makes, to be fair. I guess you mean fan. The games are amazing, and then the music is chef's kicks. Oh yeah, definitely. The music of Hades is just amazing. And I've been listening to other stuff by, I believe his name is Darren Cord. And yeah, he's got some great stuff. Bastion has some great music. I've never played the game, but I heard some of the stuff from there. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm really liking how that scratch came out. Darren Korb, yeah. The narration of the kid in Bastion is great. If you haven't yet, Transistor soundtrack is, in my mind, even better. Definitely on par with Hades, just a different feel. Yeah, it looks like a true gouge into the armor. That's fantastic. Thanks a lot, Edward. And yeah, I'll have to give it a look, or at least I'll listen. Fine, we got these little pock marks here on the chest. I'm gonna try to get those now. And make sure there's enough paint on this. It doesn't feel like there is, so I'm gonna wet the brush a bit. See, and I just noticed I did not paint his collar. There's so many details on this model that you always miss something. You have to go back. Oh, let me see if I can get you a clear picture of that gouge I just painted there. Okay, it's amazing how much those little details are really helping that armor come across as more realistic / engaging. Do you have thoughts or tips on how to do something similar with minis that use leather cloths instead of metal outfits? From what I've seen other at least other miniature painters do, is they'll use whatever color they have planned for that one, and then with a lighter color, they'll paint scratches on the edges. Like say, here, this cloth here, they'll start like sort of going in the same angle as the cloth is supposed to move, just lightly adding scratches to those edges, and really sort of has adding that hazard look or haggard look to it, just all along the edges. Usually that's how I've seen it done. I just realized I haven't really painted these sort of vents, like little port exhaust things. And I gotta paint those too. So yeah, you miss all these details, even staring you right in the face. Now let me make sure I don't need anything else with this brush before I go ahead and clean it up. And then there's this right here, which I still need to paint, and I plan to paint that Leadblecher too, but I need a bigger brush for that. I'm not gonna use this tiny brush for it. The bronze highlights / metal bits really are attention grabbing too. Yeah, I really like the Death Guard paint scheme, so I'm kind of just really going by the book. You know, I'm just making sure that I give it that nice variety that can really make all these details pop. So not everything can be the Screaming Bell, and not everything can be Leadblecher. Gotta sort of play around with it, kind of like what we did with what's it called? The Entrant Master, the Carrot Drawn Entrant Master. And Edward said, almost fraying / lightning denim, I guess. That makes a lot more sense than the more I think about it. In the past, I was trying to do darker colors because my brain was going, it should be shadowed, and it never came out quite how I wanted or expected. Yeah, I've always seen people like paint and scratches with a lighter color, especially with what's it called? Leathers, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean this brush, and then we'll move to a bigger brush, and then we'll paint up that collar. Okay, and for that bigger brush, we're going right back to Grabby 3, aka our biggest brush. And we're gonna paint this pauldron Leadblecher. Yeah, it's pretty much what their guns do. They belch out lead. Alright, and we have that pauldron all painted up. Okay, next we're gonna paint up these little vents. Make sure you can see it. And I'm not too worried about hitting the rim of it, because I'm gonna go right back over it with Depth Dark Green. Okay, I think that was it with all the stuff I had to paint Leadblecher. And now we're gonna go back with the Screaming Bell. I'm gonna hit that color. Actually, no, scratch that. We're gonna go with Death Green first, since we're using right now the bigger brush, and paint up those little, I guess, for lack of a word, rocket exhausts on the backpack. Okay, where is that? Death Guard Green. And mind you guys, we are still base coating him. We haven't even begun to start adding shades in there, or even layers. This is definitely a hefty boy. Okay, it's amazing how much you're able to do with so few colors, choosing specific locations and highlights. I definitely need to learn from that in my own attempts, as opposed to trying to use every paint I own. Yeah, if you're trying to just get the game board ready, yeah, you can do a lot with very few. Like if I just get them base coated, and it's just pretty much this with like we still gotta do the bone for the horns and the mosquito eyes and all that stuff. But we could pretty much just start playing him as is, and he would definitely stand out on the tabletop. But if you really want to get that gorgeous detail, you're gonna have to start using shades. You're gonna have to start using layer paints, which are the higher, the not higher, but usually the lighter colors. You know, like this one. Yeah, that takes your minis from looking great to amazing. Nice. I would definitely like to see that. I know that the guy from Eons of Battle sort of does that with his Plague Marines. They're gorgeous. Oh, this music reminds me. Did you guys see the new presentation, or the preview, should I say, of the Mechanicum 30K models? Oh, they came out with a preview and everything. They look gorgeous. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, so I can't play them for you, but I played them earlier, so if you go back to look at the VOD, you can see the trailer, or you can go straight to the Warhammer website, or should I say YouTube channel, and see it there. But, oh man, their leader model looks so cool. But Visa, they're doing tanks, so Mechanicum tanks. They're doing Mechanicum mechs, which they look awesome. And they're doing sort of a horde army that all look like a bunch of servitors. It's really, really cool. Oh, and one thing I should let you guys know is that starting on the 2nd of June 2nd and June 9th, I will be unavailable for streams. So for those 2 weeks, I'm not gonna be here streaming. Which really sucks. I really wish I could be here, but unfortunately, the Imperium never sleeps, and I have very important matters to attend to those 2 weeks. Thank you, Visa. And thank you, Edward. Yeah, I really wish I could be here. I'm really upset that I can't be here for those 2 weeks. I'm gonna try to see if I can do something to sort of fill the void, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Right now, it's just it's a hope that I can figure out a way to somehow make content to help with that gap. Okay, let's see if I can knock out that collar before we're out of time. We have about 4 minutes left. But hey, I'm really glad you guys were able to make it, even if late, you know. I always appreciate your company. And thanks to Cormac for coming and visiting. I don't know if he's still here, but definitely want to thank him before I end the stream tonight. Oh, let's grab size 3 grabby and the Screaming Bell. Oh, and almost missed your message there, Edward. You said, yeah, always happy when I get a chance to catch your stream. And I'm always happy when you're here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your views. Honestly. Okay. Let's get Screaming Bell in. Okay. So with that, we are done for today. So again, we hit up a lot of the trimming and the edges for the Screaming Bell. We worked in some Leadblecher back in to get some pock marks in that pauldron. And we even got to these sort of exhaust ports on the backpack, and got some Death Knuckle Green in there. And that's our progress for today. It seems like very little for 2 hours, but still, it's a lot of hard work. So I'm pretty happy with the progress we're making so far. Hopefully next week we'll start actually adding some shades in here. So yeah, I've been working, just so you guys are aware, I've been working on this Plague Marine by Warhammer Miniatures. And the music for today is, of course, the theme for the stream, which is, of course, Lament and Hope by Venerable Liturgist Adam Bell. And the music played from Warhammer 40k Mechanicus is composed by Guillaume David and the copyright of Bulwark Studios. And the music from Warhammer Darktide is composed by Jesper Kyd and the copyright of Fat Shark Games. And all the music is provided to us by filmmusic.io. And yeah, and finally, guys, if you like what I do and would like to support, please consider donating to my Ko-Fi at Rosario Rivas Art. And also, if you miss any of the episodes, remember that I have a YouTube channel over at also Rosario Rivas Art. All right, guys, that's it for today. So it's always fun to hang out with you guys, with you varlets, you wonderful people. So, but I have to bid you adieu. So take care, Visa, take care, Eddard, and take care, Cormac. It's always fun, and thank you for visiting. And you guys have a good night. So I'll be signing out now. I have been Rosario Rivas, and I'm distributed at July from the grim dark future. Anyway, you guys have a good night, okay? Hey, you're welcome, Vice. Thank you very much. You take care, okay? Bye-bye.